of Doheen Pratt.
From photographs, Travion and Jeray identified the shooter as Doheen. For y'all who don't know who Doheen Pratt is, maybe you know his famous sister, Kyla Pratt.
We all watched you grow up. You know what I mean?
Yes. I started in this business very, very early.
So Kyla Pratt brother was a shooter.
Well, I don't like to say I told you so, but I'm beautiful, smart, and not humble, so I told you so.
In a world where glitz and glamour often overshadow the harsh realities lurking in the shadows, there exists a story that grips the soul and shakes the spirit, cutting through the noise and piercing hearts with its rawness and tragedy. This is not just any tale, it's a poignant narrative of shattered dreams, irreversible mistakes, and the haunting echoes of a life lost too soon. Imagine being thrust into the spotlight not for your talents, but for the unfathomable actions of a loved one. This is the heartbreaking reality that Kyla Pratt, the beloved Hollywood actress, has had to confront. Behind her radiant smile lies a shadow, a pain that cuts deep into the very fabric of her being.
I will say I had a phone call with one of your producers, and it reminded me of a very traumatic experience.
In the annals of crime, certain cases stand out not just for their brutality, but for the stark tragedy they represent. This particular incident involving Doheen Pratt, a 13-year-old boy, and the shooting of a little girl is one such case. Doheen Pratt, who is the brother to Kyla Pratt, once a bright-eyed boy with dreams of his own, found himself ensnared in the unforgiving grip of the streets. At just 13 years old, he made a choice that would haunt him and his family forever. Driven by a misguided desire for belonging, he took the life of an innocent child in a misguided attempt to prove himself worthy of belonging to LA's notorious Crips gang. Thus, he made a choice that would irrevocably alter the course of countless lives. It was a fateful decision born from a desire to carve out his place in the unforgiving streets of Los Angeles, where gangs reign supreme and violence lurks around every corner. Drawn into the dangerous allure of the Crips gang, he found himself ensnared in a web of deceit and destruction, oblivious to the catastrophic consequences that lay in wait. And then, in a single moment of recklessness, innocence was snuffed out like a candle in the wind. A little girl, her laughter still echoing in the memories of those who knew her, became the tragic victim of a senseless act of violence. Her life, a precious gift stolen away in a heartbeat, leaving behind a void that can never be filled. For Kyla Pratt, the pain runs deep, a constant reminder of the fragility of life and the destructive power of misguided ambition. But amidst the darkness, there is a glimmer of hope, a chance for redemption, for healing, for forgiveness. As Kyla bravely steps forward to share her story, she invites us into her world, a world where love triumphs over hate, where forgiveness offers solace in the face of unspeakable pain.
I'm having a ball, you know? A lot of people don't get to be the same character from 20 years ago and see their growth, so I'm just having fun.
As the world grapples with the chilling reality of this unspeakable tragedy, we are left to ponder the fragility of human nature and the depths of despair that lie within us all. Join us as we journey into the heart of darkness, where the brightest stars cast the deepest shadows. Together, let us bear witness to the power of love, the resilience of the human spirit, and the unbreakable bonds that unite us all. This is the story of Kyla Pratt, and the brother she refuses to give up on. Kyla Pratt's journey as a Hollywood actress is a testament to her talent, perseverance, and versatility. From her humble beginnings as a child star to her mature roles in television and film, Pratt has continually captivated audiences with her magnetic presence, charm, charisma, and undeniable acting prowess. Born on September 16, 1986, in Los Angeles, California, Kyla Pratt exhibited a natural flair for performance from a young age. Her journey into the world of entertainment began at the tender age of 8, when she made her television debut in the critically acclaimed series Sesame Street. This early exposure set the stage for Pratt's remarkable ascent in the industry. Her breakout role came in the late 1990s when she starred as the voice of Penny Proud in the animated Disney Channel series The Proud Family. As the spirited and lovable protagonist, Pratt endeared herself to audiences of all ages, showcasing her innate talent for voice acting and imbuing Penny with depth and relatability.
I'm Penny Proud, I'm cute and I'm loud and I got it going on.
Following the success of The Proud Family, Pratt continued to solidify her presence on the small screen with a string of memorable television roles. She graced the cast of the popular sitcom One-on-One, where her portrayal of the sassy and endearing Brianna Barnes earned her widespread acclaim. Pratt's magnetic presence and comedic timing endeared her to audiences, establishing her as a household name in the realm of television. Kyla Pratt showcased her dramatic range in films such as Love and Basketball, where she portrayed the younger version of the protagonist, Monica Wright. Pratt's ability to convey emotion and vulnerability resonated with audiences, earning her praise from critics and peers alike. As Pratt transitioned into adulthood, she continued to evolve as an actress, embracing more mature and challenging roles. Her portrayal of Maya Doolittle in the Dr. Dolittle film series showcased her comedic prowess and endearing charm, further cementing her status as a versatile performer. Pratt's ability to seamlessly transition between genres and mediums underscores her versatility and adaptability as an actress. While Kyla Pratt has garnered widespread recognition for her contributions to the entertainment industry, her personal life has also been marked by significant events, including an incident involving her younger brother, Doheen Pratt. Doheen, who was 13 years old at the time of the incident, found himself thrust into the spotlight, albeit under less than favorable circumstances. As the younger sibling of a prominent Hollywood actress, Doheen's life was undoubtedly influenced by his sister's success and the accompanying media scrutiny. However, his own identity remained relatively obscure until the incident brought him into public focus. Doheen Pratt, a name perhaps not as widely recognized as his sister, the talented actress Kyla Pratt, but whose journey is just as remarkable. At the age of 13, Doheen Pratt found himself thrust into the public eye, not for his own achievements or talents, but rather as a result of a harrowing incident that shook his family to its core. While the world may know Kyla Pratt for her on-screen charisma and undeniable talent, it is essential to delve into the life of her brother, Doheen, to truly understand the depth of their bond and the challenges they have faced together. Born into a family with a passion for the arts, Doheen Pratt grew up alongside his sister Kyla in the vibrant city of Los Angeles. From a young age, they shared a close relationship, united by their love for each other and their shared experiences navigating the complexities of Hollywood fame. As the younger sibling, Doheen looked up to Kyla, not only as a sister, but also as a role model, admiring her tenacity and determination in pursuing her dreams. However, Doheen's own journey took an unexpected turn when, at the tender age of 13, he found himself entangled in a situation that would forever alter the course of his life. Details of the incident remain sparse, shrouded in the privacy of his family, but what is clear is that Doheen faced adversity head-on, displaying a strength and resilience far beyond his years. For a teenager thrust into the unforgiving spotlight of media scrutiny, Doheen's ordeal was undoubtedly daunting. The circumstances surrounding this event are complex, delving into societal issues, mental health, and the fragility of childhood innocence. Growing up in a single-parent household with minimal parental supervision, Doheen's upbringing lacked the stability and guidance necessary for healthy development. Additionally, reports suggest that he experienced neglect and witnessed violence within his community, further exacerbating his already turbulent circumstances. The victim, Nicole Williamson, was a young girl known for her vibrant personality and infectious smile. She embodied innocence and curiosity, beloved by her family and neighbors alike. Her tragic fate would serve as a stark reminder of the vulnerability of childhood and the devastating impact of senseless violence. The events leading to the shooting of the young girl unfolded on a seemingly ordinary day, the day after Thanksgiving in 2003. According to witness accounts and evidence gathered during the investigation, Nicole and her friend, Raynisha Bates, were sitting in a car listening to music outside the Williamson home on Sherman Drive, following hours of Christmas shopping the day after Thanksgiving when Doheen pulled up and shot her. Nicole sadly died in her father's arms. Speaking of the incident, Nicole's mother, Teresa Williamson, said, "He had to give her CPR and she literally died in his arms. He shot her in the forehead." Tragically, in a moment of rage or desperation, Doheen inflicted fatal injuries upon the unsuspecting Nicole, robbing her of her future and shattering the lives of all who knew her. The details of the incident given by the Sheriff's Department homicide detectives said Pratt was trying to prove himself, or was out to make his bones, to the 190 East Coast Crips. Among the myriad of gangs that have emerged, the Young Bastard Clique, YBC, stands out as a notorious group with a complex history and its affiliation with the 190 East Coast Crips gang, and the allure of gang membership as seen through the lens of Doheen Pratt's actions. The Young Bastards Clique gang originated in the early 1990s in the inner-city neighborhoods of Los Angeles, California. Composed primarily of disenfranchised youth from low-income communities, the gang was formed as a means of protection, camaraderie, and asserting control over their territories. Like many other street gangs, the YBC emerged in response to the social and economic challenges faced by its members, including poverty, lack of educational opportunities, and systemic discrimination. As the YBC evolved, it developed a reputation for its involvement in various criminal activities, including illegal drug movement, extortion, robbery, and violence. The gang's hierarchical structure, with leaders known as shot callers, or OGs, original gangsters, ensured a strict adherence to its codes and principles, while also perpetuating a cycle of violence and retribution. Over the years, the YBC expanded its influence beyond its original neighborhoods, establishing a presence in neighboring communities and even across state lines. This expansion was fueled by a combination of factors, including recruitment drives targeting vulnerable youth, alliances with other gangs, and the lucrative nature of the illicit activities in which they engaged. One of the key aspects of the Young Bastards Clique's operations is its affiliation with the 190 East Coast Crips gang, a larger and more established criminal organization operating in the same region. This affiliation provides the YBC with access to resources, networks, and protection, while also enhancing its reputation and street credibility. The relationship between the YBC and the 190 East Coast Crips is symbiotic, with each group benefiting from the other's strengths and capabilities. While the YBC may lack the organizational structure and resources of the 190 East Coast Crips, its agility and localized knowledge make it a valuable asset in the larger gang ecosystem. In return, the YBC receives support in the form of weapons, drugs, and territorial control, strengthening its position in the competitive landscape of gang activity. Despite the apparent advantages of this affiliation, it also exposes the YBC to heightened risks, including law enforcement scrutiny, inter-gang conflicts, and internal power struggles. Nevertheless, the allure of belonging to a powerful and respected gang outweighs these risks for many members, driving them to maintain and strengthen their ties with the 190 East Coast Crips. For individuals like Doheen Pratt, the allure of gang membership is multifaceted and deeply ingrained in the fabric of their social and cultural identity. Born and raised in the same impoverished neighborhoods that spawned the Young Clique, Doheen grew up surrounded by violence, crime, and a pervasive sense of hopelessness. In this environment, joining a gang offered him a sense of belonging, purpose, and protection that was otherwise lacking in his life. As Doheen became increasingly involved with the YBC, he found himself drawn deeper into a world of criminality and violence. The thrill of exerting power and control over others, coupled with the material rewards of illicit activities, provided him with a sense of validation and status within his community. Moreover, the hierarchical structure of the gang offered him a pathway to ascend the ranks and gain respect among his peers. However, the allure of gang membership also comes with a heavy toll, as evidenced by Doheen's actions. In his quest for acceptance and recognition, he becomes increasingly desensitized to the consequences of his actions, including the harm inflicted on others and the risks to his own safety. His loyalty to the YBC and its affiliates blinds him to the destructive nature of his lifestyle, leading to a cycle of violence and incarceration from which escape seems increasingly elusive. Doheen Pratt was later caught and sent to a California youth correctional facility as he was under 18. He was sentenced to 10 years of prison, but he was released from prison at the age of 22. After completing 8 years, he has been released for his good behavior and good manner inside the jail. Additionally, it is evident that Doheen's mental health played a significant role in the events that transpired. Reports indicate that he exhibited signs of emotional distress and behavioral disturbances prior to the incident, yet he did not receive the intervention and treatment he desperately needed. The failure of the system to identify and address his mental health challenges represents a critical oversight that may have prevented the tragedy from occurring. In the aftermath of the shooting, Doheen was apprehended by law enforcement and charged with the crime. Given his age at the time of the offense, he was processed through the juvenile justice system, which operates with the objective of rehabilitation rather than punishment. However, the severity of the crime and the public outcry it incited resulted in significant legal proceedings and media scrutiny. Despite efforts to provide Doheen with support and guidance, the juvenile justice system faces inherent challenges in addressing the complex needs of young offenders, particularly those with a history of trauma and mental health issues. The case of Doheen Pratt underscores the importance of early intervention and comprehensive support services for at-risk youth to prevent future tragedies and promote positive outcomes. He was released 2 years earlier than expected. Doheen Pratt, 22, did not speak during a proceeding in Eastlake Juvenile Court in Los Angeles and refused to talk to anyone as he walked with his mother and sister to a car to drive home, said a source. Gregory and Teresa Williamson, the parents of Pratt's victim, could do nothing to change the decision of the State Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, Department of Juvenile Justice, Juvenile Parole Board, which granted Pratt his release. Pratt, who KE'd their only child. Greg Williamson said during an interview with his wife, according to a source, "I'm laying on the bed with my feet on the floor just looking at the ceiling," Gregory Williamson said after he returned home from court. "I'm trying to figure out what happened. I have no answers. It seems like somebody just took a syringe and sucked the energy out of my body." Wow, the father continued. "I have to live with this. I have to think the kid who mid my daughter is walking up the street, drinking, partying, and having a good time, thinking about his future. My daughter is dead and the court system failed her. I don't think we got justice. We didn't get justice." Gregory Williamson said Pratt essentially stayed in a boarding school. "Something needs to be changed because that's not a punishment," he said. "I'm really disappointed in the system and the way it works. He gets to walk at 22 years old. His life is just starting and my daughter is dead, and he doesn't have to be remorseful now. It's just a slap in the face," Teresa Williamson said. "He's going to go out and commit another crime." The emotional toll of the incident is profound, affecting both the Pratt family and the family of Nicole. For the Pratt family, grappling with the reality that a loved one has committed such a heinous act is undoubtedly devastating. They may experience a range of emotions, including shock, disbelief, guilt, and profound sadness. Moreover, they must come to terms with the fact that their family member is now facing severe legal consequences, which will likely further strain their emotional well-being. On the other hand, The family of Nicole is plunged into a maelstrom of grief and despair. The sudden and senseless loss of their loved one leaves an unfillable void in their lives. They must navigate the complexities of mourning while also seeking justice for their deceased family member. The emotional scars inflicted by the incident will linger for years to come, reshaping the dynamics of the family and leaving indelible marks on their collective psyche. The shooting of Nicole sent shockwaves throughout the community, leaving residents grappling with grief, fear, and profound disbelief. The loss of such a promising young life served as a wake-up call, prompting soul-searching and calls for action to address the underlying social inequities and systemic failures that contributed to the tragedy. Gang-related violence not only endangers the lives of those directly involved, but also threatens the well-being of bystanders and innocent residents. Communities plagued by gang activity experience higher rates of homicide, assault, and other violent crimes, exacerbating feelings of insecurity and undermining community resilience. Moreover, the presence of gangs can deter economic development and investment, further perpetuating cycles of poverty and disenfranchisement. Effectively addressing youth gang involvement requires a multifaceted approach that addresses underlying social, economic, and systemic issues. However, several challenges impede progress in tackling this complex problem. Limited resources, fragmented service delivery, and entrenched social inequalities hinder the implementation of comprehensive prevention and intervention strategies. Moreover, the stigma associated with gang involvement often deters youths from seeking help or participating in rehabilitation programs, perpetuating cycles of violence and recidivism. Addressing youth gang involvement requires a holistic approach that addresses root causes while also providing support and opportunities for at-risk youths. Prevention efforts should focus on early intervention, providing education, mentorship, and positive alternatives to gang involvement. Community-based programs that engage families, schools, law enforcement, and social services are essential for fostering resilience and building protective factors against gang recruitment. Additionally, intervention strategies should prioritize rehabilitation and reintegration for individuals involved in gangs, offering access to education, job training, mental health services, and supportive housing. Collaboration between government agencies, nonprofit organizations, and community stakeholders is crucial for coordinating resources and implementing evidence-based practices. Efforts to prevent and intervene in youth gang involvement must prioritize early intervention, community engagement, and holistic support services. By addressing the broader societal issues contributing to gang affiliations, we can create safer, healthier communities and provide at-risk youths with the support and opportunities they need to thrive. In the wake of the incident, community leaders, advocacy groups, and concerned citizens rallied together to demand reforms in mental health services, youth outreach programs, and access to education and opportunities for underserved populations. While the wounds inflicted by this senseless act may never fully heal, the collective response of the community serves as a testament to resilience and the enduring hope for a brighter future. As we shine a spotlight on Doheen Pratt, we are reminded that behind every headline and every celebrity, there are untold stories of resilience and courage. While his name may not be as recognizable as his sister's, his journey is a testament to the power of family, resilience, and the unwavering human spirit. Yet, with unwavering support from his family, including his sister Kyla, he navigated the turbulent waters with grace and determination. While the incident itself may have been a dark chapter in his life, it also served as a catalyst for personal growth and introspection, shaping Doheen into the resilient young man he is today. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.